Imagine this: a lavish Indian, Australian wedding, sparkling lights, music filling the air, the bride radiant in red, and the groom beaming with pride. But behind all the glitter, a chilling secret was brewing, a forbidden love affair between the bride and her soon-to-be father-in-law. And what happened on that wedding night shocked not only two families, but the entire community. It ended in a bloody double murder. This is not just a story of love, betrayal, and obsession. It's a dark tale that forces us to question, how well do we really know the people closest to us? Welcome to the Twisted Minds. If you're ready for the darkest secrets revealed, hit the like button and subscribe right now, because this story is one you'll never forget. It all began with what seemed like the perfect cross-cultural union. Ria, a 26-year-old Indian woman from Mumbai, met Adam, a charming 29-year-old Australian businessman, through a family introduction. Their families were overjoyed. Ria's parents were proud their daughter would settle into a modern, financially stable life abroad, while Adam's parents celebrated the warmth and grace Ria brought into their son's life. Preparations began for a grand Indian wedding in Sydney, with guests flying in from all over the world. But what no one knew was that Ria's heart wasn't fully with Adam. During one of the early family meetings, she had locked eyes with someone she wasn't supposed to: Adam's father, Richard. Richard was 55, sophisticated, charismatic, and strikingly different from Adam. Where Adam was boyish and polite, Richard exuded authority, mystery, and experience. What started as innocent conversations turned into long glances, then secret exchanges. Ria found herself drawn to him in ways she couldn't control. She convinced herself it was just a harmless attraction, nothing more. But as wedding plans got bigger, her secret desires grew darker. Every stolen moment with Richard pulled her deeper into a world of forbidden passion that she knew could destroy everything. The affair began in secrecy: late-night texts, hushed phone calls, and chance meetings when the family thought Richard was away for work. For Ria, it felt intoxicating, living two lives, one as the dutiful bride-to-be, the other as a lover sneaking into the arms of her fiancé's father. Richard, though married for 30 years, felt a surge of youth every time Ria looked at him. The thrill of betrayal and the adrenaline of secrecy made him reckless. Soon, their meetings became more daring: hotel rooms, late-night drives, and even stolen kisses in the family home when no one was watching. But with every secret came paranoia. Ria began to fear being caught. Adam noticed she was distant, but assumed it was wedding stress. His mother, Helen, however, sensed something unusual. She noticed how often Richard's gaze lingered on Ria, and how quickly Ria avoided conversations when she was around him. Rumors started to brew within the family, though no one dared confront them. For Ria, guilt gnawed at her. She was about to marry Adam, but her body and heart betrayed her every time Richard touched her. On the eve of the wedding, she told Richard she wanted everything to end. But Richard, now deeply obsessed, refused to let go. His words chilled her. "If I can't have you, no one will." The wedding itself was a spectacle of colors, music, and rituals. Guests danced, champagne flowed, and Adam and Ria looked like the picture of happiness. Photographers captured their smiles, but behind those smiles, Ria's mind was a storm. Richard's eyes followed her through the ceremony, each glance a silent reminder of their dangerous secret. That night, in the honeymoon suite prepared for Adam and Ria, tragedy struck. According to later reports, Ria excused herself, saying she needed a moment to breathe. She went to a quiet corner of the hotel, where Richard was waiting. Their conversation turned heated. She begged him to let her go, to stop this madness. But Richard's obsession exploded into violence. In a fit of rage, he attacked her. Adam, suspicious of his bride's disappearance, walked in at the wrong moment and tried to stop the fight. What followed was chaos. In the struggle, a weapon, a broken wine glass, was used, and within minutes, 2 lives were gone. Ria lay lifeless, blood pooling around her wedding attire. Adam, too, mortally wounded, collapsed beside her. When hotel staff rushed to the scene, they found Richard in shock, covered in blood, whispering the same words over and over. "I didn't mean to. I couldn't lose her." The news spread like wildfire, an Indian bride and her groom dead on their wedding night in Sydney. Media swarmed the hotel, calling it the wedding massacre. Police immediately took Richard into custody, though he kept insisting it was an accident. As investigations unfolded, the shocking affair between Ria and Richard came to light. Phone records, hotel bookings, and secret messages revealed the undeniable truth. The community was horrified. How could a father betray his own son? How could a bride risk everything for a forbidden love? Helen, Richard's wife, stood shattered in the middle of the chaos. She had lost her son, her family name was ruined, and the man she had trusted for decades was exposed as a monster. For Ria's family, it was a double tragedy. Their daughter was not only dead, but her reputation forever stained by a scandalous affair. Newspapers painted her as both a victim and a villain. Friends who attended the wedding recalled the eerie atmosphere, how the bride seemed restless, and how the father of the groom never left her side. The case became one of the most talked about scandals in Australia that year, with people debating endlessly, was it love, lust, or just madness that led to the bloody end? Months later, the trial began. Richard sat in court, hollow-eyed and frail. Prosecutors painted him as a manipulative predator who groomed his son's fiancée and killed in a jealous rage. His defense argued it was a crime of passion, a moment of uncontrollable emotion. But no argument could erase the image of the blood-stained wedding suit or the shattered lives left behind. Richard was sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. Helen divorced him, never once visiting him in prison. Ria and Adam's families held separate funerals, both filled with grief but also anger. Anger at betrayal, at secrets, and at a love story that was never meant to be. Over time, the tragedy became a cautionary tale, whispered in communities across India and Australia. Parents told their children about it as a warning that forbidden passions can destroy not just love, but entire families. And though the world moved on, the scar of that wedding night remained. 2 young lives ended before they even began their journey, and one man's obsession left a trail of destruction that could never be undone. If you've been gripped by this story, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to The Twisted Minds. We bring you the darkest true crime tales where reality is more twisted than fiction. Until next time, stay vigilant, stay safe, and always remember, sometimes the biggest monsters hide closest to home.